Yeah, Phantom Blaster Overlord is today, with a surprising superior ride engine. So of course, let's begin. But first, cards from the last few days. Our first cards are the Crit Sentinels from the 3 remaining clans of the set. And next we got a Shadow Paladin Double Rare, Drag Wizard Leofolk, Grade 2, 10k power, and its skill is Auto Vanguard Rearguard when placed, cost counterblast 1, search your deck for 1 grade 1 and call it to Rearguard. This is the skill Maka should have been, and it's a 4 of because it literally calls any grade 1 that you need. So go ahead and call your Makas for countercharging or just call your Nemins. And speaking of Nemins, our stream cards are going to involve around her. Our first card is a common, Deep Hood Dragon, Grade 2, 5k power, Nemin, and its skill is Count Rearguard. If you have a Vanguard with Blaster in its name, plus 5k. So if you have a Vanguard with Blaster, it just turns back into its 10k base, but that's not where it matters. What matters is that it's searchable with Nemin. Because of its second skill, Act Rearguard, cost Soul Blast 1, retire this unit, and search your deck for 1 Blaster Dark and add it to your hand. Yes, search Blaster Dark directly, which will be important for the ride chain for the next card, but since it searches it out directly, Mordred Phantom. Next, the triple rare, Freezing Witch Bende, Grade 1, 5k power, Nemin, and its skill is Act Rearguard. If your Vanguard is Blaster Dark, which is why the last card is important, costs Soul Blast 1, retire this unit, search your deck for 1 Phantom Blaster Dragon and ride it as stand, but the Act abilities cannot be used during this turn. Superior Ride Engine to your Grade 3, which means it will speed everything up faster by 1 turn, and literally helps your second rides. But not only that, in Premium, because you're superior riding, you can be grades ahead than your opponent for striding. And we all remember what happened with Azel, right? Now I'm not going to say this one is strong as Azel, because for that one all they really need was just the Bowmains just to call the Gareth, but for this one needs several pieces. But nonetheless, it's a very strong engine. And now to the big Shadow Paladin Dragon VR, Phantom Blaster Overlord. Grade 3, 13k power, force, and its skill is Count Vanguard during your turn. If your soul has Phantom Blaster Dragon, this unit gets plus 10k power, and its original crit becomes 2. So in a way it's telling you to play Force 1, but you can also use Force 2 to make your rearguards also crit up 2, but Shadow Paladins does lack power, so you might want to go Force 1. Second skill, Auto Vanguard. When this card attacks, costs Counterblast 1, retire any number of your rearguards, and then your opponent retires the same number, and then search your deck for 1 card with Blaster in its name and call it to rearguard and plus 10k power to until the end of turn. So it basically gives you an additional attack. And I also believe you can just not retire anything and just get the free call. To be honest, I was expecting a skill where if your opponent has no rearguards, it also gains an additional ability. But 4 attacks with a power buff is okay. Of course, it's not as strong as Mordred Phantom in many cases, but Mordred requires Blaster Dark only. And it has the 10k buff and a crit of 2 every single turn by default, so in many cases better than Gust Blaster. And the multi-attack is nice, with some field control. So overall, I'm not overly disappointed. So that's it for my excitement for the week. Tell me what you all think about Phantom Blaster Overlord. I know many of you are probably going to say it's underwhelming, but I like the superior ride engine for sure, especially when it's played in Premium. But other than that, all that's left is Luard.